Hi, it's Ileana, and today I am going to be discussing my thoughts on genetic testing, particularly Ancestry.ca and 23andMe. So, my thoughts on this is that it's good to find out your ancestry, where you are, from which continent, what ethnic background you have. Sometimes genetic testing is used with those companies to find out your parental lineage, to find your parents, to find your cousins, sisters, brothers, if you don't know who your genetic parents are. Sometimes they also participated in genetic testing. Ancestry.ca or Ancestry.com and 23andMe are the most popular databases that I know of for more accurate genetic testing results. And what has been most useful for me is their raw DNA, that you can access and download your raw DNA from both ancestry.ca.com and 23andMe, because you can upload your raw DNA to Genetic Genie and figure out your methylation genes, if there's any mutations in them or not. Also for detoxification, if there's any mutations in the detox genes and the methylation genes. So methylation genes are responsible for how your body functions, how well it processes neurotransmitters, vitamin D3, vitamin D, vitamin B12, and other supplements and vitamins, how your body processes those and the minerals, whether you have a slow metabolism or a high metabolism, liver kidney functions with the detox genes. So those are all things that can be checked for methylation and detoxification through Genetic Genie. And Genetic Genie is basically a genetic app or a scanner that you could upload the raw DNA to. It's all done on the internet online. And for myself, I also checked in the methylation genes. You can check your basically your mood genes for depression, anxiety, because some of those methylation genes are responsible for mood and behavior. So you could see how much maybe your genes are affected if there's any mutations, small, medium, or big, in those genes that are associated with basically mood health and stuff like that, anxiety, depression. The major one is the MTFRH gene or the MAOA gene. So basically, it's very important to know that when you're doing a genetic test for ancestry and ethnicity with ancestry.ca.com or with 23andMe, is that there's more to it than just ancestral DNA stuff. There's also the health stuff that you could find from those genetics through the raw DNA by using that on a genetic scanner app like Genetic Genie. And it's very useful to know if you need to supplement your vitamins more or minerals, or if there's something going on with your mood and stuff, and how to adjust that, either through mental health awareness, meditation, more fresh air, whatever you feel comfortable with feeling better mood wise. So knowing what's going on with your methylation and detox genes really helps to keep the body healthier. Knowing if there's any type of mutations, if it's double positive mutation or it's a small mutation or a medium one, all those genes help you to figure out what's going on in your body. And there's things you can do to help along the methylation process, especially with supplementation of vitamins and minerals. If you feel fatigued, if you feel tired, drained, that's most likely vitamin D3 3 deficiencies. And those are the most common things that pop up in those methylation gene results, or something having to do with your mood, with the MTHFR gene or MTTR, other genes. So methylation is what keeps your body functioning correctly. All your organs, every system in the body. So methylation genes are very important, and genetic genie is very good at figuring out what's going on in your methylation genes and your detox genes. And so I recommend Genetic Genie. It's one of the better scanner apps that I found on the internet to do this with. Once you get access to your raw DNA, when the genetic testing has been done at either ancestry.ca.com or with 23andMe. Either or is good. And the kits are not that expensive. It's at $100 and something for the basic kit. And then you also have access to your raw DNA. So you can both know your ancestry and your health reports as well once you take the raw DNA and upload it to Genetic Genie to see how healthy you are and what you can work on improving in terms of methylation and detoxification. So my thoughts that it's worth doing the genetic testing to find out your ancestry and also the health stuff. I know that 23andMe also offers health reports for, it's an extra $100, but I had Ancestry, just the basic Ancestry kit, that didn't have health reports, so that's why I used the raw DNA and put it in Genetic Genie to find out the health stuff. Even if you do order the health report with 23andMe, you should still put the raw DNA through Genetic Genie, because it could tell you a lot more about methylation and detoxification than the 23andMe health reports. So my thoughts are, it's actually worth doing the genetic testing, and it's worth knowing your ancestry and where you are with your health and your genetics, whether there's any mutations or not in your methylation and detoxification genes. I thought it was well worth it for me. I learned a lot, and I'm taking vitamin B12 and vitamin D3 supplements to improve my mutations for the vitamin D3 deficiencies. So I'm actually able to do something about my methylation mutation for vitamin D3, but vitamin B12 also helps to supplement vitamin D3 deficiency. So I take both combinations because it does make me healthier. It gives me more energy, vitality. I don't feel fatigued. I don't feel so sleepy and tired. So I have more energy to function each day. With a certain supplementation of both a combo of vitamin B12, methylated through a naturopath, so it's specifically made by a naturopath, and the vitamin D3 is in liquid form, and the vitamin B12 is in soluble tablets. So I thought I'd just discuss that a little bit, and what I'm doing to help my health. And I always suspected that I had a vitamin D3 deficiency because I've always needed vitamin D3 to help me function better. And I psychically knew I had the MAOA gene, warrior aggression gene active, that it was a double mutation. I psychically saw that in myself, and the genetic testing proved that. So that was nothing new to me as well. So I just wanted to share some of that, and that my final thoughts are it's worth doing the genetic testing because you gain a lot of things from it, and you learn a lot of things like how to help yourself health-wise as well if you need to with that genetic testing. And Genetic Genie also gives you other health reports about other mutations for different diseases, susceptibilities, which drugs are healthy or not healthy for you. So it gives you 5 other reports that are pretty good, not just the methylation information and the detox genes. There's 5 other health reports that you can all download as a PDF file and save it, in addition to the methylation genes and the detox genes. So it's a very good, robust database, and it explains to you if there's any mutations in anything, it does explain it in the report what it is and what you have or not have. So it's very thorough reporting on your health and genetics through Genetic Genie. So thank you so much.